We're here, we're the People Speak. We are a pop-up talk show, and how this works is basically, hello again. We've been sitting here since this morning, actually from midday, that's a lie, and we've been talking about lots of different things. We're talking about youth clubs, we're talking about what there is a lot of in Newham, what there is a lack of in Newham. We had some very interesting ideas. We met some fantastic people, some of them are still here, which is great, but if you haven't sat around the table of chat, like you gentlemen over there that I'm waving to, come down, take a seat, rest up your legs. Hello, there's a man in green. Welcome, join us. Nice to see you. There's a family there. Guys, what have you been up to today? Because the point of Talkaoke is that you can talk about whatever you want. This is how we roll. And I feel like today people have experienced a lot of things. There's some jewellery, there's some environmental activities there. We've got some screens here for the young people to play games on. But I just wonder what people did today. Hello, madam. You've got a really dashing yellow top. And I wanted to ask you, and you gentlemen, what have you been doing today at Newham show? What have you experienced? Roaming about. Are you roamers? Because the reason why I ask is because earlier on today we had somebody who's from a roaming club. How about that? So I wondered whether, are you guys from Newham? Okay, come and rest up your legs, just sit down for a second, because we just want to ask you how are you finding this festival? Are you enjoying it? Grab a pew.
We always do enjoy our festival.
So is this, so I'm understanding that this isn't the first time you're here?
We always come every year.
For how many years have you been coming?
4 or 5 years. About 5 years.
5 years. Okay, so my next question is, from 5 years ago to now, have many things changed in this area or in this festival? Come and join us. We're just chatting about whether this area changed, whether this festival changed. Grab a pew for a second, and then you can go off. That's okay. That's okay. We'll have you here until the end. No problem. But what are your names, by the way? I'm Margot.
I'm Reen.
Ree, beautiful name.
David.
David. So Ree and David, and we've got also
Ruby.
Elan, is the headpiece working?
the headpiece is on the floor. I just didn't have time to put it on. This is what's happening because these guys have been so interesting. What other names do we have around the table?
Mona Lisa.
The best name? Yeah, I can hear you say Lawrence. That's nice.
Mustafa, reviewer.
Okay, we've got our official reviewer here as well. And we've got Reese and we've got Dave. So guys, come and join us for a conversation. We're just wondering, what are your impressions about Newham now, after 5 years of coming here? I'm going to hand the microphone over to you, Dave. You just speak to the microphone.
They're jolly good. Has it changed much? Yeah, it has changed, but it's different every year. That's why we come.
We come because we enjoy coming here and seeing different things, seeing that we don't have anything like this in our borough.
You don't? And do you think maybe, would you like to introduce the idea of this kind of fair in Barking, did you say? You are in Barking?
Barking.
Yeah, right. So there's nothing like that there?
No, they used to have a town show.
Okay.
They reckon it got too expensive, so they stopped it. But the trouble is, every year they got a big show down there with big groups down there, £29 a ticket.
So do you think like the prices are an issue for people to kind of come and enjoy events like this? I mean, what do other people think? Do you think that, I mean, for you guys, if you had to pay for this, would you still come, do you think?
Yes, because we used to pay to go to the town show, didn't we?
Okay. So guys, I was just wondering, there's two young men just kind of walking past. Yeah, I'm talking to you guys. What have you been doing in the festival today? Because we're just like chatting about all the different things that are happening. These guys have been coming here for 5 years. Is this your first time in Newham show?
No, I've been coming here before. Seems to be alright, mainly at work most of the time. Every time I get time off I just come and check it out really. But there's a lot of activities going on, plenty of people, lots of food, good environment, you know, with a day like this. Everybody enjoy it.
Because apparently it's not really commonplace in other boroughs. These guys came from Barking and Newham. There's no such thing happening in that borough at all. And I wondered whether, you know, whether there could be like, I don't know, like a joined East London festival, like a massive one for everybody to join in.
Each time they've got one borough festival. That's just like one day sort of thing. They did that last year for the first time.
And what do you think, I mean, what is the recipe for like a really good festival? Because obviously there's a lot of things. And do you think there may be, if you could like pick like your best, most favorite things about this festival today, what would you pick? Oh, by the way, what's your name? I don't know your name.
Just got here, I don't even know it. I mean, I'm just exploring, I've just got here. So.
Okay. Have you got anything in mind as to what you may kind of gravitate towards to know?
Yeah, not really, I'm just taking a browse and just enjoying the weather and enjoying the day, making the most of it really.
Okay, so staying open-minded, enjoying the weather and kind of like roaming around like these guys. Alan?
I think there should be more food options. Last year they had some really good food options, but this year there's not really, it's not that great at all. There's only like 4 stores and I mean, I just don't think there's much variety.
Okay, so what do other people think about the food selection in you know, at the festival? Have you tried any food here? Or did you come with your own lunches? Because that would be really wise. You have? What's in your lunchbox?
Ham sandwiches.
Very nice. And you?
Ham sandwiches and tomato.
Okay, how about you guys start your own stall? I reckon it'd be very, very popular with ham sandwiches, maybe with a cheese sandwich for like the vegetarians. What kind of stuff would kind of tempt you in terms of food?
They've got a variety of choices, but very expensive, I must say.
Yeah?
Yeah, compared to some of the places, they're expensive. The food stalls are expensive in here, but they've got a variety of choices, which is good.
And do you think you may tempt yourself with what's on the menu in a fair, or you may just...
I might do, or I might just wait till I'm hungry and then go out. I don't know, see what happens really.
As long as the hydration levels are high, we're all good and everyone's having fun. So, okay, yeah? Are you staying hydrated?
I sure am.
Yeah?
I sure am.
So, this is my observation. Hello ladies, we're just talking about nothing in particular because you can just come in and tell us where you've been, what you experienced. I can see you've got a flyer there. I'm just wondering, what is this flyer about? What are people doing today? We were talking about some food options at the festival. Have you tried some food at the festival already? What did you try?
Juices and apple.
I'm sorry, there are juices? I completely missed that.
Yeah, there is juice and apples and stuff like that.
Okay, so okay, but I just want to put it to you that when you come back, these seats are yours. You can come back and tell us what else you've done today. Where have you been? Can I just ask you quickly, where did you get this wonderful fan from?
From Craft.
From Craft, and is that the same place where you got yours from?
Yeah. Yes.
And what's in your hand? What is this magnificent book? It's massive.
It's a summer Newham book, and it has all the calendar from 2018.
Okay, so do you put stickers in there, or how does it work? So lots of activities.
I'm not sure yet, but
You're gonna have to take it away, process it, and then you'll figure it out. But I really love the drawings as well. Guys, make sure that you come back, because I want to know about these drawings, okay? All right, have a lovely day. Okay, so we've got a lovely jumper there with a rainbow. I think it's very themed with the kind of colours of the festival, which is always nice. We've got our official reviewer. I think this is the first time ever. Oh, we've got people with... guys, what's on your T-shirts? What is going on?
It's Albanian flag.
Which flag?
Albanian.
Come again, I don't understand. Why are you wearing these T-shirts? Tell us.
We are doing a performance.
Okay, when is the performance and what is it?
It's Albanian traditional dancing and it's gonna be in 20 minutes, I guess.
Where is it traditional? In which country?
Albania.
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 Oh, Albania! Right. Okay. So are you from Albania? Amazing. So guys, what time is your performance? We need to know this.
I think it's 20 to 4.
Okay, so I just wanted to ask you guys, because you're from Albania and you're in Newham. What are you doing here? Because this is basically, just to explain, this is a pop-up talk show. We're talking about a lot of different things. But somebody was saying earlier, hello, suddenly there's an influx of people, which is good. Because somebody earlier was saying there's so many people here from so many countries, and sometimes it's just really exciting. But we also realized that people don't know geography very well, so people don't know where the countries are or the capital cities are. Grab a seat and tell us something about Albania and what you're doing in Newham. What are your names, by the way? Okay.
Hello, I'm the chair of Newham Deaf Forum. Came here first time. I live in Newham 30 years.
Okay, 30 years, and this is your first time in Newham show.
They've been living, but both parents are deaf.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not happy.
Why?
They don't provide me sign language interpreter.
Okay, so are you saying that this is quite hard to come by, the interpreting?
We should encourage hearing people learn basic sign language. Each stall or program fixed where the deaf people go and meet with the accent sign language.
Okay.
Like the circle, I want to go, I don't understand what they're saying. I'm deaf myself.
Yeah.
So I feel it's not equal.
Okay, so this is an interesting point. I'm going to open it up because earlier we were talking about, somebody made a comment on the table that for disability, for the visibility of disability, there's been a lot of progress in recent years, but I kind of wonder, maybe you can interpret, like what other people think about, yeah. Right. Okay.
So the both parents are deaf. They're here with children. Yeah. We want to show Harry, but the children can't die because we go with the parents. What about the parents? We can't rely on the children who's dying for me. They need their child horse. They need to enjoy themselves. What about us?
So what do you think? So what are the structures in Newham now to assist you with accessing opportunities and
I think you should have a stall.
Yeah.
Invite people who can sign and teaching the community basic sign language.
So this is
Awareness.
okay. So this is a very interesting point because maybe if there was more awareness about, hey, you can learn French, you can learn Spanish, you can learn sign language, and it's very useful as well. I wonder whether there was a college that does like adult learning.
In Newham College, they don't provide sign language courses anymore.
Okay.
The language is cut. No, finish. I'm a qualified teacher. I've been teaching sign language over 20 years. There's no sign language class in the Newham. It's finished. There's no social service for deaf team. It's finished. We've got nowhere to go. It's a big barrier for deaf people in Newham.
Okay, so what do you think we could do, or what can Newham Council do to kind of address that? Because this is a big issue. Ellen?
I think there's been a lot of progress for people who have a visual disability, but I feel like people that have hidden disabilities, like dyslexia, or people who are partially impaired or can't hear properly. Because there's been a few people around the table that have actually been partially, they can't hear properly. I'll just say that. And yeah, so I think that what we need to do, because there has been a lot of cutbacks to these services, and I feel like it's easy to target people who don't have visible disabilities, easy to sort of cut back on them, and rather, and I think we just need to like campaign lobby our local councillors and stuff like that, really, because you guys, you're paying tax, you're paying council tax. I mean, it's unacceptable for them to cut these services, really.
So
I'm hoping in the future we need to start raising awareness to support deaf community in Newham. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, there's a bit of a chaos here. It's okay, we've got everything, we've got makeup, we've got flyers. But okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Just before you go, because you just made me think of something. Just before you go, can you teach us some basic sign language, like you said?
Yes, I can.
Please give us a couple of words. Hello. So okay, guys, you can get on board with this. This is quite easy. Welcome. Thank you. Sorry. Help. Okay. Do you know sign language?
Well, actually, I know a few, like, thank you, hello, is that a sign language?
That's quite accurate.
Or, is this family?
Family like this. What's your name? I didn't even get your name.
I understand. Well done.
Okay, so this is like some speedy learning in sign language because the lady here was saying there isn't enough opportunity to learn sign language, and there are people in Newham Borough who would really benefit from even an information stand at this fair that would provide BSL interpreting. And it turns out that some people around this table know a little bit of sign language already. So guys, I just want to pull you into the conversation and kind of ask you whether you would be interested in learning BSL. Is that someone that you know maybe that is requiring sign language to communicate? Grab a pew and have a conversation with us. We're just having a pop-up talk show. That's what we're doing. And in the meantime, these look very delicious, but I think they're not for eating, are they? They look like cookies. What's your name?
Abigail.
Abigail, I love your name. And we've got new people around the table. Can I get your names?
Joseph Willam.
Joseph. What's this? Just
What's your name?
Rian.
Rayanne, okay. And we've got the mum. I'm guessing.
Auntie, Shamir.
Shemaine, grab a pew, grab a seat, and we've got some more people here. Some of them I recognise because they just relocated. That's okay. We've got a new face here. What's your name?
Joshua.
Joshua and
Timothy.
Timothy and. That's okay. What? Rollins, nice to meet you. And we've
Dorothy.
Dorothy, and what's your name? Sala, okay. And we've got Mr. Reviewer. And there's a gentleman there with a very important looking folder. What is in your folder? What's your name?
His name is Matthew.
Matthew, welcome. So, guys, come and join. Thank you and welcome. Right. So, do you know sign language? This is that's the conversation around the table. You do, yeah? Okay. So, you came and joined us in this conversation. Do you have any views on sign language, and do you feel like there's enough provision in the borough?
Not really, no. Obviously, a lot more needs to be done.
Yes.
This is Dorothy. She's a really good friend of ours.
Right.
Yeah, and if you run into her, it is a little bit difficult of like getting your point across.
Okay. So your friends right. So your friends were here and now they're abandoning us. Oh no. What's oh no in sign language?
I'm a chair of Newham Forum.
Okay, what would be your parting comment that you'd like to share with everybody? Maybe something, maybe a question that you'd like to kind of leave at the table for us to discuss?
I come back because there's people need my help. I have to support them.
Okay, so make sure they're having a cracking time at this festival and see you later. Okay, so we've learned some basic sign language, and I wondered whether this lovely little girl there with something that looks like a lollipop, maybe, do you guys know sign language? Oh, okay, it's a shared lollipop. That's good to know. Sharing is caring. So you were saying?
Yeah, a lot more needs to be done regarding
Smooth.
Where were we? In terms of, I think BSL, is it taught at school? I'm asking if it's being taught at school.
Very interesting question. Does anybody around this table, or maybe even beyond the table, do people know whether BSL, that's British Sign Language, is being taught at schools? Do we have any teachers? Do we have any people who know if BSL is being taught at schools? We would like to hear from you.
I'm just wondering.
There must be some, right? You can check on Google and see.
Okay. So we don't know for sure, but maybe somebody will find out. But I wonder, these guys just down there, they're from a youth club, right? Yeah. And I wonder whether they would consider teaching BSL in a youth club. So then the young people, I mean, I don't want to give too many ideas, because basically you guys have all the ideas.
That sounds like a really good skill to have. I just think I kind of feel like everyone should learn sign language. I think it should be something that is just part of the curriculum, because, no one can really help the fact that they can't hear properly, and anyone can become deaf, And I think when you learn things like that, it encourages your brain to think in a different way. And, I think it will encourage people to feel more included in society. So I think we should all learn it.
So we are just at the moment talking about sign language, and I don't know if you guys know, maybe your little ones are too little for school yet, but I wonder whether you know if BSL, British Sign Language, is being taught at schools, and have you got any experience of deafness, maybe among friends, family members, or BSL?
I don't think it's been taught in schools, because we've got older children and they're not learning it. But when I was younger, I've learnt sign language, so I know some sign language, and it's an excellent skill to have. I don't have anyone who's deaf in my family.
Okay, so this is very interesting, because we were saying earlier, and Dorothy was here and Sala was here, and they were saying that there aren't enough kind of opportunities for people, who can't hear, to access opportunities or even gain basic information in the schools around here, because it's not enough people teaching or interpreting in sign language. But if there was an opportunity for you to kind of get involved in something like that, like sharing your skill, would you be like even interested?
Yes, I would.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, because we're just kind of wondering what people are what are you doing in this fair today? Like, what have you guys been experiencing? Grab a pew, just rest your legs. Rest your legs for a little moment. It's fine. We don't bite. Whilst you're getting yourself comfy, which is mega important, I'm just going to explain what this is. And if you're new to this Talkaoke table, fear not. I will tell you, we are a pop-up talk show and we just talk about lots of different things, but we've got a point.
One more thing I need to add. Learning BSL is not just for deaf people.
Girls? Hello girls, we're talking about BSL. Are you learning it at school?
Yeah, like I was saying, it's not just for deaf people. If you've got other disabilities, you cannot communicate vocally or in any other way. It is the only other way they can communicate, or you can communicate with them. Because in my family, we don't have any deaf family member. But again, like I've just told you, these are friends of ours. I've got another really good friend of mine who's friends with Dorothy. Oh, I know this man.
I'm just practicing my sign language, but you can speak it perfectly.
Because Dorothy's a really good friend of ours, we get to know all the deaf friends as well. My good friend, who's Joseph, he doesn't lip read.
Okay.
Yeah, so it is.
So it's crucial for him to understand. So this is a very interesting point, because sign language turns out it's got multiple uses, and it's not just for communicating with deaf people, but it can be like an aid in just communicating in general. She will be back. Oh good. But in the meantime, I just wanted to grab your name, because you just joined us. Hello, welcome. Or rather, I should say, welcome.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Kendra.
Okay, Kendra, so this is what we're talking about. I'm just going to get Elam's point, but then I would like to ask your opinion as well.
I mean, what I thought was interesting is what you said, that sign language is also for autistic people. And as we know, there's a lot of autistic people, diagnosed today. So I don't see why we're not learning this already, to be honest with you.
At least the basic sign language should be taught at school.
Okay. So, has anybody got any views about sign language? Because we are just learning. I mean, this is a great thing about this pop-up talk show. Hello, guys. Come and join us. We're talking about sign language. Apparently, very good all round. Not just for communicating and interpreting for deaf people, but it's good for people with autism and just maybe I've heard that maybe people with like English as second language. It just helps. It just helps. So, welcome. So, have you got any views on this, Kendra?
Actually, I do have an auntie who is she's a sign language teacher. Yeah, back home.
Back home is where?
Oh, in the Caribbean island of Dominica, Commonwealth of Dominica.
So your auntie was teaching sign language back in Dominica. So right. So are there many differences? Would you say between how your auntie kind of knew how sign language? Because my question is this. If you've got English and Polish, which is my language, they're very different. And I wonder whether there are differences between sign languages across different countries.
No, I think it's the same. Differently. No, but we do not have the American standard in the Caribbean. We actually have the British system,
English,
so
right.
it's the same.
Okay. Yeah.
It just makes it a lot easier communicating with friends and family when you can all speak one language.
Yeah.
And it's nice. I think it should be taught at school, if not the full thing, but at least partially on the curriculum.
Yeah.
Because you never know who you might run into that's either deaf or have...
So this is really interesting. So what we need to do, I feel like, we need to get some teachers and schools on board, or maybe the Newham Council, to get people learning sign language. I mean, what do other people think around the table? I mean, is there anything else that we feel like there'll be useful life skills that aren't currently taught in curriculum, but they are very useful?
I know that like languages are taught already, but I feel like there should be more importance given on languages. I just think that no matter what, it's going to benefit the child, and it's just fun to sort of learn another language, and it gets you sort of, I think it gives you a better sense of freedom and options. When you can speak different languages, you can feel that your life goes beyond just the UK, so yeah.
Okay, so maybe learning lots of languages, it's not just about even communicating to people of that language, but it kind of develops your brain a little bit as well, and it gives you more option. I wonder, lady in a beautiful pink top, who, she knows I'm talking to her, she can sense it. I've got a question for you. Do you speak any languages apart from English? Assuming that... No. Which language would you like to learn if you could? A little bit of French. And do you feel like that helps you somehow, develops you, like knowing French as an additional language? Is it good for your brain? And the gentleman there smiling, he knows what I'm going to say next. Come and join us. What about the children? Come guys, come and join us for a conversation. We were talking, okay, yeah, all right, it's a deal. I've got my eye on your pink top. So languages, yes.
I do speak French and Spanish.
Okay, so we've got some real linguists around the table. So what is your take on languages? I mean, is it useful for you in your life to speak those languages?
Yeah, because what I realized, when you know more languages, it helps you a lot to learn another language, because like French, Spanish and other languages, they are similar. And obviously, if you know one language, it can help you to learn another language easier. So yeah, it's good to know. Because if you know French, Spanish and French, yeah, it will help you in the whole world.
Okay.
So yeah, it's good. It's very good.
It's okay. I just need to say something. It's not the official rules, but it's rules. Now that you dropped it in, that you speak other languages, guys, we need to know some words about, in those languages. But
also, me knowing a bit of Creole, patois, it also helps me in knowing the French language.
Okay, so your way into French is through Creole. Okay, I don't know, how is Creole based a little bit on French, or the other way around, or how does it work?
No, the Creole is based on the French language, because if I speak Creole and knowing she knows French, this young lady here, she will pick up what I'm saying.
Okay, let's put this to the test. Like, guys, I really need to do this because I'm just so curious now. Hello, you're coming back. That's nice. We're just talking about languages. So this is French to Creole, Creole to French, language off. So, yes, that's right. You heard it right. We would like you to say a sentence in Creole and we'll see if Mona Lisa can understand. Okay? Think of a sentence. Not too complicated. Let's start easy. Let's start easy. Got it? Ready?
Okay. Hello, madame. Bon après-midi.
You say hello, madam. Comment puis-je? I just understood hello, madam. Comment means how. And then I don't understand the rest. I don't understand the rest.
Okay, so we've got some real linguists around the table, literally around the table, behind you even. There's like people with like potential. I can see you. You can speak languages. We want to hear from you. Okay, so that was okay. So it kind of works. Definitely stretches your brain. There's a gentleman just there looking like he may know some languages or not. Maybe he secretly wishes he would like to learn some languages. So, sir, will you share with us what languages you know or you would like to know? Because maybe we can teach you. That's allowed. That's for free. Gentlemen there, please, you can pass through, but you can also join our conversation. I'm still waiting on you. Don't even know your name, but you know, I've got my eyes on you.
I'd like to learn. I mean, I can speak Spanish, but I'd love to learn a bit of Japanese. I wish I could speak Japanese. I was in Japan earlier this year, and it would have been very useful to know how to speak Japanese, basically.
You think,
yeah.
Right.
So I think if I go again, I'm definitely going to try and get the basics down.
Okay, so this is a call out to people who can speak Japanese or maybe any other language. I need to ask you then, what is your take on languages? Do you speak multiple languages?
I done French at school.
Right, so French. We've got a little bit of French kind of coming through. Okay, so do you feel like learning languages is helping you, or kind of learning French or knowing French has helped you in communication, or maybe just stretch your brain a little bit, or actually doesn't matter?
Not really.
Not really. And do you think that you'd like to pursue learning more languages, or?
Yeah.
What kind of languages would you like to know?
I like to learn German and Portuguese.
Okay, so pretty serious languages, and I think they're quite different. I mean, do people know anything about German or Portuguese? Where can person in Newham, assuming you're from Newham?
I'm thinking, depending on which part of the world you come from, you want to learn certain languages. Take me, for instance, I'm from the Caribbean, so I would prefer to learn probably French or Spanish. She's from the UK, which I guess England, so she would prefer to learn German or Portuguese. I have no business in learning that. I would prefer French or Spanish. We'd love to know some Polish.
Wow, this may be your lucky day, because you've got a Polish friend in the middle of the table right now, so what can I say? But okay, so yeah.
It all depends on where you come from.
Okay, so maybe some languages, depending on your kind of geographic location or where you grow up, they're easier to grasp, or they're more kind of present. So, for instance, English and French, they're kind of, very, very interesting. So, guys, we are talking about languages. We were talking about BSL. Do you know much about BSL, British Sign Language? Because the ladies were saying that it would be nice to learn it at school because it can actually help people with autism, or just in general communication. It's quite helpful. Yeah. So that's one of the subjects. Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna have to stay here forever, or we look after her. No. She is proper asleep. This conversation really bored her. So ladies, just before you depart, which is fine obviously for you to do, I just wanted to get your final thoughts before you move away and go elsewhere.
Okay, I think sign language should be taught in school. The same way how they teach English or any other foreign language, it should be part of the curriculum in the schools.
Okay, so BSL, put on curriculum right now. And a final thought from you?
Well, I couldn't agree anymore. I think it should be put on the school curriculum because it goes a long way. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So, ladies, have a wonderful day. Dorothy is there. She's already waiting for you, so don't disappoint. Hello, gentlemen. Please come and join us. Yeah, okay, you're coming. You promise. You better. So we've got a new face around the table. What's your name, face?
Katie.
Kaylee, and we've got
Mona Lisa.
Lawrence.
Ruby.
Ruby, okay, and we've got a lady in a beautiful green top just kind of walking around. You look like you need a bit of a rest. You are leading very active life. I can tell from the writing on your t-shirt. Why don't you tell us what have you been doing today at Newham show? We really want to know. What have you been doing today?
Watching the carnival.
Watching a carnival. Have you seen the carnival?
Yes, I've been walking around with the banner in the carnival.
You were... Okay, so you're responsible for this fantastical parade that kind of took place some time ago. So how does one get into the carnival? What do I need to do? What an average person to do to be in the carnival? Would you like to be in the carnival?
No.
You prefer to like look from afar. Okay, right. So what did you do to get into the carnival parade?
Well, you have to sign up and then give them your email, and whenever they have any activity, they emailed you and you just respond back if you want to be a part of it.
Okay, so this is what you did. Hello ladies, we were just wondering, we've got somebody who was in the carnival, but have you been seeing the carnival walking by? What do you make of it?
It was really lovely. Yeah.
Did you see this lady parading?
I haven't recognized
She was
her face.
exceptionally good. I saw her.
Really? No, it was really nice.
So I've got a question to you ladies, because we're just kind of sitting here having a chat, but because we're here, we don't know what else is happening around this big park. So what have you been doing today? What have these little people been doing today? What did you do today? I can see the fear in the little one's eyes. It's the microphone. Hello, what did you do today? Did you see the carnival? Did you guys see the carnival?
I just see.
Okay, so the carnival, and what this beautiful lady, what have you been participating in? What did you enjoy the most?
She enjoyed the heat.
Enjoying the heat. Well, this is a controversial thing because some people are complaining about heat, but you actually enjoy it. Okay. Yeah, tell me about what you've been doing. Where, what activities did you get involved in today? Or you, Caitlin?
I didn't get nothing really.
Didn't do anything. Have you just arrived?
No, I was here since 12.
Okay. So I'm just like, have you got any recommendations for Caitlin? Because she's only just, been doing not very many things today, but maybe you are interested in doing some more. Yeah? What would you recommend to Caitlin?
I don't know, I haven't seen much yet.
Not yet?
No.
Okay.
Because they're playing golf.
Golf?
Yeah.
Golf?
No.
Okay, something else?
I don't know, maybe you take a party and dance? Go to the party. No.
Okay, I think there's quite a lot of choice in a park. Anyway, so I'm sure you'll find something, Caitlin. But I just want to kind of continue our conversation, but I kind of also want to check what people want to talk about, because we were talking, come back to us when you've seen more and share your thoughts. I'm just interested in what...
I would say that this heat is like taking the energy out of me. I feel like I need something sweet, like a chocolate, but I know that there's nothing like that in here, so...
Okay.
I mean, I remember last year there was like this really nice waffle place. They had made waffles out of sweet potato. But I just sent them a message on Instagram and they're not going to be here today. Well, they're not here today, but they're not going to be here tomorrow, so...
Okay.
A little bit disappointed.
Okay, so is this the future? I mean, guys, hello. You're just kind of like casually strolling by, but we're just wondering where to get a good pickup chocolate from in this area. Chocolate, because Elam is just saying that the heat is getting to her.
You know the edible type you can eat.
But come and join us for a second. Come and join us for a second because I'm really curious. You've got a very important lanyard on you, and I wondered how you're involved in the festival. Because Caitlin is just still browsing for options for things to do at the festival, and you, smiley lady, as well. Sounds like you know some interesting places to be. But come and tell us, what have you been doing today, and what would you recommend to others? Because I want to know as well.
Okay, so me and Sally are from the Language Communication Interaction Service.
Oh my God.
I know. We're here.
No, because you don't understand. There was a previous conversation. We were talking about languages. There's a whole conversation about languages and about BSL, that people aren't being taught BSL at school, but there seems to be quite a demand. But tell us about what was it that you guys do in your jobs then?
Okay, we support students with autism in mainstream primary and secondary schools in Newham. So we visit the schools and work with the pupils there, and we also offer staff training.
Okay.
Amongst other things, we also do parent training, and part of our team also works in the early years, so run preschool groups and support parents of preschool-age children with autism as well.
Okay, so what do you, colourful man, join us. But I just want to ask you, what kind of, like, how do you work with people with autism? Do you incorporate British Sign Language at all? Is that even a thing in your line of work?
Yeah, so
grab a pew for a few seconds. This is a pop-up talk show. This is like totally safe.
Yeah,
it's safe. Yeah.
We work within a total communication approach. So we support people to develop their use of non-verbal communication as well as verbal. So non-verbal might be sign language, or it could be adapted sign language, or also using pictures to communicate, or objects to communicate, or supporting them to use more gestures like pointing, reaching and pulling to communicate as well.
Okay, because one of the questions around this table, and I'm going to open it up actually, because grab a pew for a few seconds, because this is very, very, very interesting. Somebody was saying that sign language is used in communication with autistic people, and they had a group of deaf people with them, and they weren't able to access a lot of things around the festival because there was no interpreting available. And I wondered whether there's something that you guys can help maybe bringing on the agenda for the next festival, that kind of stuff. Are you like even working with the Newham mayor in that capacity?
Well, I'm not really sure if that's something that we would be able to support with, but in general, a lot of our work is around supporting other people to adapt their communication. So we would hope that by being here, we are promoting more of a communication-friendly environment. But yeah, the question about sign language interpreting is not something that we have considered. I'm sure we'd be happy to support with it other ways of communication, but I don't think any of us are trained in actual British Sign Language, because it is a language in and of itself, so you would need to have a proper British Sign Language interpreter to do that.
Okay, so do you have any flyers, anything that kind of can tell us a little bit about what you do?
Yeah, you want us to bring some over?
Sorry?
Do you want us to bring some over?
Please do.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Please do.
All right.
Guys, what is your like highlight of today? Can be work related or non-work related. And that goes to you, Caitlin, as well, and to you guys as well. Guys, I'm asking about highlights, so have a good think about it. And you're a new face around the table. Okay, let's hear a highlight.
Our highlight of the day was the parachute games that we were running outside our stand in the special educational needs and disability section.
Which is where? Point us?
That way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, okay, I can't really top that.
All right, thanks for having us.
No, thank you for being here. Cheers, you guys. Bring some flyers, we'd love to know. So, in the meantime, we've got a new face around the table. Face, what's your name?
Nico.
Nico, so we've got Rosie, we've got Mr. Reviewer, aka Mustafa, aka Mr. Floaty Man. We also have Mona Lisa and Florence. We've got Ella, we've got Nico, and we've got Caitlin. So, and I'm Margot, and this is a pop-up talk show. This lady's over there. If she wants to join us for a conversation, feel free, welcome. And I'm just asking about highlights. What are your highlights from today? Maybe we could narrow it down to one, but if you've got more, please share.
Yeah, I think I really love seeing the carnival. And I think this guy here. Sorry, I'm just joking. I really love seeing the carnival, really.
Carnival. So, okay, what about you, Mona Lisa? What's your highlight?
Nothing. Everything is all right. Nothing special.
So happy medium.
Everything. I mean, it's relaxing for me. So relaxing.
Yeah. Okay, so possibility just to relax, just to not do very much. Excellent. Nico?
Well, my highlight
You look
is
like you've been places today.
having to sit down finally.
Okay, what are you sitting down after? Have you had like an intense day?
Yeah.
Tell us what happened.
Yeah, we were carrying a giraffe that was falling apart the whole time.
A giraffe. What?
The giraffe is around the other side of this tent.
Okay, is it a live giraffe? Let's just clarify that.
Well, a live giraffe wouldn't be falling apart.
Well, we all have our breakdowns. I'm sure giraffes are kind of, yeah.
We get more healthcare services and personal care for giraffes.
I'd sign up to this, but like I'll sign this petition. You know, more healthcare for giraffes. And Caitlin, what is your highlight? Is there a highlight yet, or are you still? No, not yet. What's the? Okay, we'll come back to you, but I want a highlight. Okay, and we've got a new person around the table who was also responsible for resuscitating a giraffe, which is, you know, bravo to these people. What's your highlight from today?
Well, my highlight
Non-giraffe related.
is that I can finally sit down because my friend here was very lazy today. Very lazy.
Oh, I see.
He was making me carry the whole thing by myself most of the time.
Okay.
It was, I think he was falling asleep halfway through. Halfway through he was falling asleep.
Okay.
I had to keep him awake.
Insta story.
I like to tell stories.
But I think what I'm picking up here is like the giraffe was hard work, and it would have been nice if your friend supported you a little bit more. But your highlight now is to be able to sit down. Hello, lovely madam. Come and join us. We're just talking about highlights from today. Have you got a highlight you could share with us? These guys were carrying a giraffe. Can you top that? Tell us what you're doing at this show today.
Because I'm a counsellor.
Oh gosh! Please shed some light on what you've been doing today, because we've not had a counsellor on this table.
I've just come just to take my grandson to see the carnival.
Okay, so right. So what's your highlight? Because carnival was very good. These guys were involved in it, but
I think it was very good. The whole thing was good.
Yeah. So apparently the carnival, the whole show is doing really well with the general public, because people come from Dagenham barking, right? Because they say there's nothing like that where they are. And I wonder whether you know what is the kind of the recipe for success of this festival. What makes it so good?
Because of the diversity of the Newham. Diverse people of Newham. Races, class, everything.
Okay. So would you say, I think you're right, and we've had a conversation about diversity, but some people also kind of voice the concerns because there's so many people here. There's a problem of homelessness, there's a problem of, right. And also some people were talking about slightly less of an access for people who are deaf to their fantastic opportunities around this festival.
We just try to make it. Just try to look in everything.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It must be a very hard work.
It's very hard work.
Yeah.
But we're trying very hard.
Okay. So, thank you very much. What's your name, by the way? I can't read. You need to say it to the microphone. That's the rules.
Jennifer Bailey.
Jennifer, it's been fantastic having you around the table. When you've been around a little bit more, come and join us. We'd love to hear a little bit more from you. Okay? Hello, lovely madam. Come and join us. We're just talking about highlights. So these guys have been carrying a giraffe. Can anybody top that? So, right. So guys, I can just carry on chatting, but basically, I can chat and you can chat about whatever you guys want. So I wanted to ask you all, what would you like to talk about? Is there anything on your mind, anything that kind of you experienced today that made you think about stuff?
I like a little bit about what you were saying, how art is really important for children, bringing art into children's life is very important. I think as well it can be really therapeutic, because just concentrating on that continuous piece of artwork, it can be quite relaxing. I found it quite relaxing as a child, so yeah. But I know that there's a lot of cutbacks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to have your email address. Thank you.
Okay, so maybe art. I mean, like, I just want to like gauge around the table. Do people kind of do artistic things? I mean, is art something that you get yourself involved in, or you would like to? I'm gonna come to you, Caitlin, because I'm just really curious whether you are exploring any kind of artistic things in your life.
Well, my dad, he does drawings.
What kinds of drawings?
He like different celebrities. He draws them and colours in and.
Okay, so your dad does drawings, and then do you feel like have you tried drawing yourself?
Yeah, but it don't come out properly.
What do you mean properly? Maybe you've got different style. How about that?
I do, but I'm not good as my dad.
So what do you think? I mean, is that something that you feel like you may want to do a little bit more of to get better, or?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So where is a good place in Newham to do drawing?
Centres.
What's that?
Centres.
Okay.
So like schools, colleges.
Okay, because you've got something to add, Nico?
Yeah, actually, what me and him are working on is trying to get people to have that space to develop themselves in different creative aspects, in terms of art, music, or even entrepreneurship or business. So that's actually quite a relevant talk to me.
Okay, so why don't you tell us a little bit about what is it that you guys trying to set up and how does it work? Yeah.
What we're setting up is a hub. So it's like a hub, so people can come in, artists, anyone who has an idea and feels like they need people to show them the right way, the right path. If they need space to display their work, we will provide it for them, free of cost, obviously. And we just, want more people in Newham to express themselves, pick up some creative things that they like, they enjoy, and pursue maybe something in it, because like creativity can help you a lot. And a lot of people here, they don't really express themselves, and we want to encourage them to express themselves.
Okay, so this is really interesting, Caitlin. I'm quite interested because you're saying you want to kind of make a hub for people to kind of bring whatever their interests are and express themselves in whatever way that is. And I guess there is no right or wrong way of expressing yourself. So is that something maybe that sounds interesting to you, Caitlin, or maybe to other young people that you think that could be an interesting offer for?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. Cool. Because we were talking earlier about the provision for young people in the borough, and some people were saying there's too much distraction, there's too many things on offer. But then young people themselves, they said that there isn't enough, and maybe what would be nice to see is a little bit of diversity of the offer. And people said actually about entrepreneurship, maybe even learning maths, maybe learning things which are kind of exercising your brain after school. So I guess that's kind of what you guys are saying, because you mentioned entrepreneurship as well.
Really, anything that can be, in a sense, a creative endeavor for the individual, it's sort of up to them with whatever's reasonable. I mean, within a reasonable confine.
So I'm just kind of wondering, because earlier on when Ellen was in the middle, people were talking about confidence in young people, and we were just kind of, it was kind of coming across that confidence actually is something that's getting, it's being built over time, and sometimes it's not given for young people to get involved in stuff because the confidence levels aren't there. And I wondered whether you had any views on how to kind of build confidence in young people and how to engage young people who maybe aren't so confident to say, yeah, actually I'm an artist, I'm really into drawing, or I'm really into music, because maybe people don't even think of themselves as that.
I think what those people need is first they have to obviously express themselves for us to know that they have that talent. And then if they have people that appreciate their work, it will give them the confidence. It will give them the confidence to actually do more and maybe show that, you know what, I can do this, I can do that. I mean, there always will be people that will say, okay, you're not good enough, and everyone's their opinion. But if you know that it's something you enjoy, why shouldn't do it? Like, and confidence is something it will take time to build, but it has to come within. It has to come within. You have to first say to yourself, you know what, I'm good at this, I will do it. I'm pretty sure there will be people that will like it.
Okay, so that,
about the confidence, how to gain it. Like, if you like music, right, or anything, art, whatever, if you are, the younger you are, and the younger you start going to perform in public places, then obviously when you are older, your confidence is already there. Because, of course, the more you go and the sooner you start going, you got the confidence. If you all the time you are thinking, your whole life you're thinking, am I good at this? Am I bad? If I go and I perform, will I be shy? Will I do something wrong? Obviously, if you got these doubts, it's better to talk to someone who is professional into a specific, whatever you like, art or music. And then once someone professional is telling you you're good or you're not good, then you know what to do. If someone's saying you are good and is a professional person, then obviously you need to start performing public.
So you're saying that it's quite important for young people to kind of get into performance or expressing themselves as earlier on as possible, because as you grow older, your confidence will increase. And it's good to get a kind of reassurance from the professionals or people who are also in creative industries to kind of give you this courage, because it's important.
I think another important thing about confidence is to let people know that, like, in order to become confident, you have to go through a number of failures, and like, don't allow those failures to sort of like knock your confidence, because it's all part of like growth and learning. I feel like education doesn't really teach you that. It sort of teaches you to sort of strive for perfection, when really and truly, like, no one can actually be perfect, you know.
I want to mention one thing. We're going back to where we was talking. Lack of confidence, is also because, and I'm repeating, because you are not sure if you are good or not. If you're having doubts, just ask someone who is professional so you can gain it. You understand?
So one picking up from what you're saying there, Mona Lisa, is that sometimes we kind of self-doubt a lot. You kind of sit there on the fence, oh, I'm not good at this, but maybe I'm a little bit good, but you kind of need to seek the kind of a backup really from other people who can advise you, can really encourage you. So that's really important. Hello, lovely family over there. I wondered, we're talking about confidence in young people. What do you think how to build young people's confidence? Yeah? Come and join us for a little second. Maybe you just need to like rest your legs, because we're just having this pop-up talk show here. We're just talking about lots of different things, including people's highlights from today. You've got a hedgehog in your pocket. I really appreciate that. And one of the things we're talking a lot about young people. These guys are running a kind of creative hub for young people to express their creativity, but we also identified the fact that some young people need a little bit of a confidence boost. And we're just wondering how to do it. Mona Lisa said it comes from other people, professionals, reaffirming that what you're doing is correct. But I wonder whether you had any thoughts on confidence in young people. What builds your confidence as grown-ups?
I think we have to build up this very early, like when they are same like her. So we have to encourage her and be confident about herself since early years. And that's it.
Okay, so start really early. And I'm just going to ask you, by the way, what's your name?
Olivia.
Olivia, beautiful name. I'm Margot, and this is a pop-up talk show, but I've got a question for you, Olivia. Would you say that you are confident? Do you know what confidence is?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're confident?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you think, like, are there any things in your life that you feel like that you're very good at?
Literacy.
Literacy, okay, very, very interesting. So, because we were talking about education as well, and what actually came through as well, one of the other subjects is languages, learning, you know, new skills, and I kind of wondered whether, yeah, so that's the kind of thing. And somebody said education in Newham isn't very good. That was another controversial thing. What do you guys think?
I think it's quite good. We have a lot of outstanding schools in Newham, so I'm surprised. I think we've got a very good schools in Newham, most of them outstanding. Opportunities after school as well.
Okay, so you guys have been living in Newham for a long time? Have you always lived here? Have you always lived in Newham?
Yeah.
And what do you think of it?
I think it's good because all these stores, for example, my store, Store 21, I really like it. Teachers are kind.
Yeah. And what kind of stuff do you get to do in School 21?
So we have art, drama, literacy, maths, PBL, P4C.
Wow, all these acronyms that I have no idea what they stand for. What do they mean?
I don't really know PBL and P4C, but P4C is for discussing things with groups.
Okay, so you've got quite a lot going on, and I kind of wanted to ask, I just wanted to ask the parents, like, come and take a seat for a little second, you know, get out of the shadow, out of the sun, just like rest your legs, because I kind of wonder, like, what you guys think of Newham. So you've lived here for definitely as long as Olivia's been alive.
Yeah, we are here about 12 years now.
Okay, so have you noticed any changes in Newham since you first arrived to now?
To be honest, yes, it's more busy since the Westfield, they put the Westfield, the Olympic Park and everything around there. So it's a bit more busier, it's not that quiet anymore. It's a bit dangerous now, compared like 10 years ago. But still, I think the education and the opportunities the Newham give us is quite good.
Okay, so a few people were saying earlier, and I kind of want to open up this to other people because I didn't even get your name. What's your name?
Karina.
Karina and?
Daniel.
Daniel and? Carola and Olivia. Shall we just get a round of names since everybody's introducing themselves?
Jay.
Jake.
Nick.
Ella. Mona Lisa.
Lawrence. Mr. Floaty Man?
Yes.
What's your name?
My name is Mustafa and I'm just doing a review here about this activity.
Thank you for doing the review, and also I really hope that we're performing well and we're gonna get like 5 out of 5 stars, but I'm also prepared to hear the
down about this activity. I've been told and I'm from Youth Movement, so I've been told to write some reviews, write some of the notes down about this activity. So I wrote the first part of the review so far, and I gave it to Lynn. Then this is the one paragraph I've done about children's point of view about. I've written 2 topics about what they like about Newham and what they enjoyed about the carnival.
Okay, so this is a very important source of information. We will get your reviews read out at the end of the session, if that's okay, because I want to know what you wrote. But we've got a new face around the table as well. What's your name?
My name is Madeline.
Madeline, okay, right, guys. So basically, what we're talking about here, because Karina mentioned that Newham is a good place to live. It's a little bit busier now than it was 10 years ago, but there's also a little bit of dangerous kind of activities going on. And you guys run kind of art projects in the borough. So I wonder whether art can help somehow, you know, negotiating, decreasing the dangerous aspects of this borough.
You know, what our plan also is that we want to engage the young people in taking up something creative rather than be out on the streets and doing whatever they're doing and getting involved in activities they shouldn't be, because nowadays we see a lot of young people edging towards those type of behaviors, and obviously we as adults, we should do something about it, because everyone nowadays seems to want one thing: they want to get rich quickly, and they don't want to build a foundation on which they can build on further. They just want to, you know, take the easy way out. which we would like to stop them, prevent them from doing. Because we think, you know, if you take the quick way, it's not going to end well most of the time. But if you build a foundation first, it will help you go even higher, or, you know, strive higher.
Okay, so this is like the grown-ups have a role to play in kind of like bringing up children. I don't know, I'm not supposed to talk in the middle, really, despite of what you may think, but there's a saying that it takes a whole village, maybe a whole borough, to bring up a child, and I kind of wonder whether people had any thoughts on that, because what you're saying is like, yeah,
I think it does actually. It takes everyone sort of looking out for each other. It's quite difficult because nowadays, like, the people in the area, they may be there for like 1 or 2 years, so no one really gets to know each other. So, you know, that's how sort of isolation is created, and people don't really there's no village feel anymore in London because people are very transient, and you know, and yeah, that's the fault of the government, really, you know. So.
Okay, so let's take it further. It's the fault of the government that people don't feel they're part of the same community. What are your views on community, guys? Do you feel part of the Newham community? Oh, yeah? I must just say, I really love your pink outfit. Really, I'm just like in love, basically.
I think it could be regarded as a failure of the government, but we also have the power as individuals to change the circumstances around us, and Newham has the potential to have a really good community, given that we have the right mentors and leaders in place, not even as government officials, but as local heroes, kind of like the community tent here. Everyone does some sort of a local job around Newham, aside from what they're doing.
I hear your point, but I kind of feel like because I think a lack of affordable housing caused breaking up like families and communities. You know, I think that's a real issue. You know, I think the government, you know, maybe Newham's a bit different. I think when I came last time, there was something about, oh no, that's a different borough, but I know some boroughs, they're really working hard to provide actual affordable housing, and I think that's important because that's what keeps communities together. I mean, when you hear like a grandma being like moved to like, I don't know, Stoke-on-Trent, and all of her grandchildren in London, you know, are in London, then, you know, that's not really right. So yeah. Okay, yeah.
No, in terms of, sorry, I'll give you next. In terms of the housing, I fully agree to you. Not just the housing, but the living costs in Newham are so high. They can't even afford to leave work for that long to be fully engaged in the community. So what I'm suggesting is for the people who are owners possibly of businesses that have more time to themselves to inspire a culture of being also a community leader beyond just a business owner, because your business depends on your community to thrive.
So the gist of what you're saying I'm picking up is that we all, you know, apart from just living in the borough and just like kind of noticing good and bad things about it, we should all be kind of like leaders in the community and looking out for each other and actually be the creators of the change. But Mona Lisa, you wanted to add something?
I just wanted to say that people also make it like that be, like isolated, because the all thinking is all about money, and they kind of make themselves isolated and all that. If, for example, Newham is organizing all the time whatever event, people to gain and talk and whatever, but if other people they like isolating just because they're thinking about money, then it's nobody's fault. So Newham is doing his best.
So money can be, so maybe money is influencing how we think of community. Maybe it makes us a little bit more isolated because everybody's like looking out for the gaining their own wealth.
When you live in a household with a mum and dad who are working full time, but they're just not earning enough money. They're on like minimum wage and they can't afford to pay their rent, plus they've got children. You know, like all you can think about is money because you have to work hard to provide for your children. So, and that means, you know, that has an impact on your leisure and social life. So, you know, I kind of feel like in London, you know, we need to have the London living wage, and I think that will improve a lot of things. I just think, you know, you can't fault people for wanting to focus on money because, you know.
Okay, sometimes it's just part of what they... I just want to open it up to you guys as well because so we're talking about like the importance of money, and do you feel like money plays an important part in how you are interacting with the community?
Yes, it does. Of course it does. Because, like, for example, both of us are working full time, so it's not like only 8 hours a day. It's most of the time 10 or even 12. My husband, I'm working 8 hours. But you know, after all day at work, you don't have power to go out. Even today, we've been thinking, oh, shall we go out or shall we just take a rest at home? So that make a big difference for your family life, for your social life.
Okay, so kind of the pursuit of money just to kind of be able to, you know, have a family, to be able to afford things for you and your children, to live, I would simplify it, it sometimes is a 12-hour day stuck at the job, and then you come home, you have no energy to interact or go and explore the arts or even consider other things, and then the things that you can consider you have to pay for as well. So I know you said you're never going to say anything, but I saw you nodding, so I wondered whether you had any views on this that you wanted to share.
About money. Well, I mean, it's good to have money because, you know, we need it to pay our bills and to buy food, but money doesn't bring happiness. Health as well, you know, you might have cancer or something. There's people that are poor that are happy, you know, and then you've got the media making all these videos, you know, with money, and you're getting young boys going out there selling drugs or whatever to get money, you know, so it's not all about money.
Okay, so money and happiness, different things. Yes, Marisa.
I just want to say in one word, if you all the time you're thinking about money, you never can be happy of something. For you, nothing will be happy because you're thinking only about money, money, money. If the only money will make you happy, then it's a bad thing. That's all I can say.
Okay, so I wanted to open it up to Olivia because Olivia, you are the future basically. You are young now, soon you're going to be like a grown woman and you're going to be like in charge of, you know, whatever. And I just wanted to ask you, do you think like, what do you think about money?
Well, I've been talking about this discussion at store. Money doesn't bring you happiness. So it doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter. So there might be a point that you might be happy with friends. So if it's not like, oh, I got £1, I'm really happy. No, that doesn't make you actually really happy. You'd rather have a happy life with friends, family, not like just working all the time, just thinking about money.
So money doesn't buy happiness, according to Olivia. I think it was a very kind of interesting point, and I think you articulated it really well. But I just want to go back to what you kind of said off mic, which is, I didn't get your name. What's your name?
Valerie.
Valerie. Okay, so what Valerie was saying, sometimes the poor people are happy and it's not money related, and you said that's because they don't have choice.
I mean, I just feel like there's this narrative about poor people being so happy. If they had a choice, you know, they would be rich. The thing is, what it is, they've got no choice. They're poor. What else are they going to do? Be happy. But there are some poor people who are really, you know, struggling. I don't think there's anything wrong with money. I feel like money, it doesn't contribute to absolute happiness, but it does make you happy, you know? I mean, I'm sure if many of us had money sitting around the table, there's like at least two things that we would do with it. If we were given £1,000, I bet there's two things that you would do, even if that's paying off a bill or booking a flight to go and see your family abroad. That will make you happy. It does bring happiness, you know? I think people need to remember that money's neutral. Money's the neutral thing. It's what we do with it.
Okay, Valerie?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you don't have to be rich. If I'm not rich, just as long as I'm contented, you know, it's not about being rich. And also money in the wrong hands, in the government buying weapons and things like this, you know. So in the wrong hands, it's not good.
Do you think, I just kind of want to take it around this side of the table, I mean, do you guys think, you know, the governments are spending our money well? Do you feel like your money is invested well?
I think it's not. I think they can make it better, but it's not the easy thing to say how, because there is a lot of things they need to fix. Like, you know, there are so many queues in the hospitals. You are waiting long time to get appointment in a specialist. So, you know, I'm not the specialist to say how to fix it, but generally we pay a lot of taxes, and there must be a way how to do it better.
Okay. So I'm just going to like get Olivia's point. Olivia, do you think the government could spend the money better for people like you, for your parents, that you know, to make your lives happier? This is a really massive question. I appreciate it. I don't know if I would be able to answer that, but Valerie, you had your hand.
No, I was just going to say, what are they doing with our money? What are they doing with it? You know, I mean, we're paying all these bills. They've got us paying all these bills. Phone bills, council tax, road tax. You know, it's just bank charges. What they're doing with it all.
Okay.
You know?
So I wonder. Okay, yeah.
So basically, if you receive some money from a benefit or whatever, the money still goes to bills and to house, and that's it. So basically, it goes back to them.
Okay. So I've got a question for people outside of the table. Do you guys know what the government is spending our money on? And we've got Ken. Ken is back. Yeah, he's coming back. Come on, Ken. Ken, I've got a question for you. Ken, please don't leave me hanging. Please, because you look like a guy who may know the answer. What is government spending our money on? What can I say? Weapons. Okay, guys, are you bouncing? This is what's happening. Are you like going away to resuscitate the giraffe? These guys have been carrying the giraffe in carnival. I don't know if have you seen the giraffe in a carnival?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got a first fan. Olivia saw you carrying the giraffe. But yeah, so what do you think? Because I know you kind of...
I'm just gonna be out.
Fine, so I'll see you shortly, yeah? Okay. You're sitting there charging your phone, which is cool, but I wanted to ask you a question. Firstly, because I really love the color of your top. Secondly, because I think maybe you may have the answer. What do you think the government is spending taxpayers' money on? And do you think the government is spending it wisely?
How do I say this? So basically, I think the government is spending on like new buildings and that for accommodation and all that for poor people, such as the homeless ones that you see lying on the streets. I think they're trying to lower down the amount of people that you see lying on the streets every day. But I don't think they're doing it very wisely, because most people that you see, they're not like the amount of money. Like if you want a poor person to live in a house, but you shouldn't like bring the rates, like the amount the house is higher. You should bring it a little bit lower. That's affordable for the homelessness. So yeah, that's what I think.
Okay, so there's housing not being affordable. That's a big problem, and maybe the government should do a little bit more towards making the housing a bit more affordable. By the way, what's your name? Because I didn't catch your name.
Taufik.
Taufik. Okay, right. So there's something about housing. There's something about a man standing there, and his eyes saying to me, "I'm leaving," but you can't leave. No, but are you actually going? Because you know the rules.
What are the rules?
Well, I could tell you what the rules are. The rules are that you will not leave this table until you share your final thoughts. And they could be in the shape of your highlights, something that you're going to take away from this conversation, or maybe it's a question that you would like to leave us with to ponder on.
All right. since we're on the talk about
Shallow as you want.
since we're on the talk about government and responsibilities, firstly, what are our responsibilities towards ourselves? Because that's, I think, more important to the government's responsibility.
Because that's quite a philosophical question. But let me just recap.
I'm leaving plenty of food for.
Oh, you've left a bombshell, my friend. This is what you.
You know, I agree with him. Before we point fingers at other people, why don't we point fingers at ourselves? Because we can't say someone else is responsible for us. We're old enough to take our own responsibilities. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Have a wonderful rest of the day. So, massive questions, and Valerie is also leaving us. But Valerie, you know the rules, don't you? You have to give us your final thought. What are you going to take away from this conversation, or what's the question that maybe you want to pose?
I think a lot of it to do with the system as well. You know, get caught up in that. So.
Okay. So guys, be vigilant about the system that you caught up in, because maybe sometimes you're okay. It's the system that needs a little bit of fixing. But right, so there's quite a few subjects. There's a really wiggly child there. This is a child that's very good at yoga, obviously, clearly. So we could take this conversation wherever direction we want. But what was the question that Nico posed? It was like a deep philosophical question about how. We've got a contributor there. Okay. There's one of the rules on the Talkaoke table, which is no singing, but this is more than allowed. This is the best singing I've heard all day.
Peter, if I can have a sweet, please. He's handing out sweets over there.
Okay, so there's some sweets being handed out. Okay, let's get some sweets. But yeah, Mama. Thank you very much, Pete. Very much needed. So guys, basically this is still Talkaoke, this is still a pop-up talk show. We've just been given some sweets to keep us going, but we're just kind of talking about anything that people want to talk about. We talked about the system, we're talking about how the government is spending our money. People were sharing their highlights from today's Newham show, and now we've got more people around the table, so welcome. Somebody's swapping my Haribos. No worries, you can have both. I'm okay with that. Right, hello. So, welcome to the table of chat. What's your name?
Evelyn.
Evelyn, welcome. So, what have you been experiencing at the Newham show today?
Everything.
Okay, so if you were to narrow it down to a couple of highlights that you would like to recommend to us, because we are talking here and sometimes I feel like things are passing us by. What did you enjoy the most?
Well, I enjoyed going around the village fair. It was really enjoyable because you get to that sense of fresh air instead of just sitting in front of the TV.
Okay, so being away from TV, that's quite good. And also ironic because we've got people playing computer games there, outdoors, so obviously that's healthy. So yeah, Ella?
What have I enjoyed today? There's been some really great conversation, and of course the heat.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So people are kind of enjoying the heat, but also not enjoying it at the same time. Are you enjoying the heat?
Not the heat, but I'm just chilling here. That's why I came here, because it's too hot outside.
Okay, what is your favorite? Okay, you've done reviewing. Okay, take a seat for 1 second, because I need to ask you what is your highlight from today.
I just came in right now, like literally.
Okay, so maybe you still need some time to kind of work out what the highlight is, but yeah?
Sorry, I really recommend people to come here for chatting instead of just staying outside where it's really, really hot.
Okay, thank you for this recommendation. Maybe some people will join us. There's some people standing there thinking, I really want to get involved, but I'm too shy, but this is your sign. Come on in. So I just wanted to ask you guys, so what are you making of the conversations? We've got some new people joining. Yeah, join. There's no subscription fee, you can join. Just grab a pew. You've got a lot of candy floss there, but what are the things that you kind of maybe enjoyed today, or maybe there's some bits of conversation that you enjoyed?
We enjoy all of this conversation. We just came in a couple minutes ago, but today also we saw the Peter Rabbit, and I think that was the reason why we came here. And the hug, I think Olivia can say a bit more about it.
Okay, Olivia, we must know about Peter Rabbit.
Pardon?
Well, your mum said about the rabbit. Tell us. That's how much of a highlight this was.
So I had those there were guards making sure no one pushed in, things that sort of thing. Yeah, and Peter Rabbit, when I hugged him, it was really soft.
Okay. Right, so have you seen Peter Rabbit here today?
I'm 17 years old, so I don't think so, no.
Is that because at 17 you block out all the rabbits around? Like, how does it work?
I don't know, I just don't want you.
So this is a pop-up talk show, and basically we're just talking about lots of different things, including Peter Rabbit and what people enjoyed at the festival. But I wondered, what have you been doing today? What have you come to see here today? If anything.
Well, that's my dad, so
Hey Dad, come and join. You've been outed.
Well, every single year we normally come, so that's right.
Okay, so you've been here every single year, right? So what are your observations over a period of time? I mean, has this festival changed, improved, gone downhill? What are your thoughts?
It's still the same, I think. I still like it, so it's my favourite event, so yeah.
Okay, right. And what about Dad's opinion? Is this also your favourite event in the year? Oh, guys, you know the rules. You can't leave without sharing your final thoughts. So you can pose a question, you can say something.
Maybe let's think about what we, as a people living here, can change in our community to make it better. Because we've been talking about the government, let's say about us what we can make.
Okay. So the change in the community starts with us, every single one of us. And Olivia, your final thought?
My final thought, we could more think about how like, for example, how
Peter Rabbit?
No, so the person what was saying that Peter Rabbit's coming, it said that so they could change the characters. So first it would be Peter Rabbit, then someone else, and all over again.
Yeah. So something about changing the characters. I'm going to take your metaphor and I'm going to pose it to the table. Do you guys feel like you sometimes change characters? Yeah?
Yeah.
In what way?
Every 3 seconds.
Every 2 seconds? Wow, that's a rapid speed. What do other people think about changing characters, and what does it mean, changing characters?
For me, I think dependent on the environment I'm in, I change. When I'm doing the talk show hosting, I feel like I have a different person. Well, I would say it's me, but a different aspect of my personality comes out. So yeah.
You're a performer, so how does that work for you then, changing characters?
Well, I wanted to say something else, not about performing. It's not everything about performing. Even when you talk to someone, so you can be flexible, if you know what I mean. If someone is, for example, is a good person, you can be good. If someone is making fool of you, you can make fool of the person as well. So that is like kind of changing character. For example, me, I am simple, kind, but if someone is rude to me, I change my character. I'm different. So that's how it goes.
So sometimes the change of character comes from maybe other people being antagonistic, and then you kind of change character to a more severe one. But are you bouncing? Is this what's happening? Can you give us your final thought before you go?
Are we too young to Are we too young to go to Fates?
Say again.
Are we too young to go to Fates?
Are we too young to go to Fates? I don't know. Let's ask a 17-year-old. That was the question asked. What are your views?
My views on what?
On whether we're too young to go to Fates. of this question is like, our fates, you know, are there things which are kind of, you know, relevant to particular ages? I mean, you know, there's lots of people of different ages coming to this fate here. Maybe they should be doing some more grown-up things. That's one thing. We could be talking about the characters as well. And Mona Lisa, you want to make a contribution?
I want to say something, yeah. Well, now regarding art, changing character, yes, you can do that as well. For example, if you are singing a sad song, you need to be in that character, like a sad person. If you're playing movie, you are an actress, yes? Then if the movie says you have to play the role of a woman who whatever is doing, or then you need to change your character as well.
So in real life we also do that.
And also in real life, yeah.
Which is something that Ellen was saying, she changes frequently. But I just wanted to get Mr. Reviewer's thoughts, because you wrote a review. Can we see it?
Yeah.
Can we see the review?
I gave it already away.
Oh, damn. Okay, that's very good. But you're gonna go? So can you give us your final thoughts? Anything that you enjoyed listening about, or?
Well, I understand people's point of view about any topic, such as language, money, what they like about in Newham, or somewhat. So, all you have to do is one thing. Live with it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, just carry on living your life, and yeah, it's about trying to understand people's points of view. But can I just say a massive round of applause for Mr. Reviewer here, Mr. Floaty Man, Mustafa, who's done such a great job being here and reviewing the talk show all today. So give him a round of applause. Thank you very much. Have a lovely afternoon.
Anyway, let's get around to names. What's your name?
I'm Margot.
Margot.
I'm still Richard.
Oh, you're still Richard.
Rachel.
Just checking in, just checking in.
Imran.
Miran. Yeah.
Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa.
Me.
And?
Me.
Me, that's your name. And we've also got Ruby on camera over there. Yes, so as you know, this is Talkaoke, it's a pop-up talk show. We've been talking about, wow, such a wide range of subjects all day. I mean, from makeup, YouTubers, to education, to maths, to where can I get a chocolate? All sorts of subjects. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, I kind of like, I wouldn't mind going on to that topic of football, actually. I kind of feel like it is the season, and why not have a little chat about it? I mean, do you think England have a chance of winning the World Cup? Do you think they got a chance? Is everyone actually supporting England around the table? Yeah? Yeah? Has anyone placed their bets on England winning?
Yeah, England winning, yeah.
Okay then, conversation over. They're gonna win. Everyone thinks they're gonna win. They will win. Okay, cool. Come and join us. Did you watch the football match? Are you into football?
I did watch.
England won. Yeah, they won. Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. Oh, I don't know, I'm afraid. Yeah. 2-0 to England, apparently. There you go. So there's a chance. I don't know. Who will they play next?
Russia or Croatia?
Wow. I mean, Russia and Croatia, are they good teams? Like, you know?
At least they will go to semi-final.
Yeah, they got to the semi-finals, so hey, good luck. Come and grab a seat. Who are you supporting in the World Cup? Egypt. Oh. Well, you know, when did they leave? When did they get out? Come and sit down. Yeah.
Belgium, I want to win.
Who do you want to win?
I don't know who's gonna win, but Belgium is good.
Oh, you are Belgium. Okay,
France.
Belgium. Oh, but Belgium are out, aren't they? Are they out now? Oh, shows how much I know. What can you do? So yeah, I mean, gosh, football. Like, did anyone actually plan to go to Russia to check out the football there? Like, did anyone want to buy a ticket and like go to Russia and watch it live and direct? Oh, okay. Best watch it on the television then. Well,
we wouldn't be here if we had.
You know, I don't know. It's a long game. It's 4 weeks, isn't it? It's 4 weeks. So, I mean, gosh, what brought you guys here today? Like, how did you hear about this event here today? Like, you know, what brought you here?
We come here every year.
Oh, right, okay. Did you come to this Talkaoke the last time? Ah.
That's why we look confused. What's that?
Right, yeah, because it's normally on the other side, yeah. Oh, cool. And what brought you here?
I've been here every year, so.
Oh, yeah, so you guys got hand in hand. And how did you find out about this event today?
Yeah, I come every year as well, so I knew.
Wow, and none of you guys have sat around the Talkaoke table before. So first, and what brought you here today? Come a bit closer to the mic.
About football.
Oh, for the football?
Yeah, England going to win, yeah. The World Cup. Yeah.
Wow. And what brought you here today?
Say again?
What made you come here? Do you come every year, or?
I don't understand what you're saying.
Oh, do you come every year to this? Do you come every year to this event in this park? Oh, is it your first time?
Yeah.
How did you hear about this event? As in, like, this Newham festival? Yeah, yeah. And what about you? How did you hear about this event?
How did I hear?
Yeah.
Well, I hear it from the papers and everything they advertise and, you know, the local thing.
Yeah.
But this is the first time I came.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The reason I came, I want to put me in here.
Right.
I want to include the you in the community.
Ah, okay.
So it was missing before.
Yeah.
So this is the first time.
Yeah. It's interesting because, you know, me was talking about the fact that, like, you know, he feels that there should be much more of a community spirit in Newham. Do you guys feel that there's a community spirit in Newham? Do you think there's a sense of community here?
What's the question?
Do you feel that there's a sense of community here in Newham? I mean, you're a young, how old are you? 16 and you're 17, right? So you're still in secondary school?
I'm going to be 17 next month, so I'm going to the second year of college.
Oh right, wow. God, I forgot how it works. But yeah, basically, you guys are young people, they'd say. So like, do you feel like you're a part of the community here in Newham? Like, do you feel like there's a place for you? Do you see yourself being here in 5 years' time? You know? What do you think?
Well, I spent my entire life here, and I don't think I could go anywhere else and live because I'm too used to being here. And I think there is a sense of community in Newham, but obviously there's always room for improvement.
Yeah.
But so far so good.
So far so good.
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
What kind of things could be improved? Not sure. And like, did you grow up in Newham?
Yeah.
And how has it changed over the years? Has it changed for the better, or?
That's a very hard question to answer.
Really?
It has changed, yes.
It has changed. Okay, you know, the best thing about Talkaoke is that you can talk about anything you want to talk about with people who you would never normally get to talk about things too. And yeah, so it has changed a lot. So like, you know, were events happening like this when you were growing up? You know, no. And like, what kind of things were there available for like young people? Like, what kind of things did you do when you were young? Right.
I don't want to show me age.
Yeah, well, I saw you got your daughter there, so you might want to reveal. You might not want to reveal everything. But yeah, okay. Well, I can imagine that like things are much more. You know, there's just much more going on now for like young people and just people in general.
I think now you've got access to more communications.
Yeah.
So you are aware of more than just what was in your neighbourhood.
Yeah.
So that's it. I was in Glasgow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what was happening in Canning Town, whatever.
Yeah.
That was, but now.
Yeah.
It's.
So you have access to like much
You
more
can get the
areas.
app and all of that.
Yeah.
What's going on all around the borough.
So through using technology, you can be connected to wherever you want. You know, do you think it's a good thing that we have such connections to technology? Do you think it's good? Technology helps us get around London, get around the world. I mean, has it benefited us? You know, or what kind of things, technology-wise, would you like to see in the future? So yeah, the first one, has it benefited us?
You're talking about the technology.
Yeah, technology, yeah.
You see, the technology is like this way.
Yeah.
When you have a horse, you need to know how to ride on the horse. If you go under the horse, then you will be damaged. So the technology is like a horse. So that is how I feel it. So technology is there for a purpose.
Yeah, yeah.
But we don't know. The technology is not matured yet. If you are not matured, you do all sort of weird things. So that's what is happening with the technology now.
Okay.
So
you're saying because technology is not natural, it can like do all kinds of weird stuff, basically.
No, I'm not saying anything about technology is natural or not.
Yeah.
But only thing me, the technology is there to know. We need to know about the technology, how to use it, for what purpose we are using it.
Right, okay then.
So we don't know, we forget who we are.
Yeah.
And we don't know. We just get hold of anything.
Yeah.
Say suppose if you have a knife,
Yeah.
you can use that knife to cut the apple.
Yeah.
Or cut your own throat.
I see what you're saying. So in a way you're saying that we need to use technology, but it has to be with like a purpose.
Yeah.
So we have to
So
use
what
it
what
with, like,
purpose?
some kind of aim.
So what
Yeah,
purpose
yeah,
we are using the knife?
Yeah.
Are we using the knife for the apple, cutting the apple?
Yeah.
Or are we using the knife to stab somebody or stab me? Here we go. That's how I feel it.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think
You
about
know,
it.
I see what you're saying actually. There has to be a purpose when it comes to...
Actually, yeah, he had a really good viewpoint. It's really good. And also it's one more thing which is not so good in these days. The parents, we as a parents, we should teach our kids not to use only the technology. They should do also normal things like chatting real, face to face, not just virtual.
Right.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
They should go out for play, not just playing games.
Yeah. So you're saying that like technology's taken over the community.
Technology is good, but not only technology. You should do also the real things, not just virtual. Not using only technology.
You know what?
That's all I say.
This conversation comes up quite a bit actually around the Talkaoke table about how technology is contributing to people not actually communicating in real life and people feeling a bit more isolated and things like that. I mean, but do you think actually, imagine if there's a child and they have this grown up communicating through technology. I mean there could be some benefits to that, Maybe there's other skills that they might be able to develop. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, what do you think? Do you use technology quite a bit and, like, do you think it's taken over your life? Do you think you kind of get out there enough or...
I don't think technology has taken over my life, but it's a big part of my life. Like everything we do uses technology. You cook food, technology. You watch TV, technology. You use your phone, technology. Technology, we've become dependent on it. And without it, we wouldn't be able to do this. Like right now, what we're using, the microphone, what is that? Technology.
There you go.
This wouldn't be possible without technology. So I think technology has become very important to our lives.
It's an integral part of our lives, I'm just going to grab your point and then I'll definitely grab yours.
And technology is also used for like educational purposes as well.
Yeah.
So like if I have like a problem in holidays for my teacher or something, I can just email them and then they'll like help me out. So it's used in that good way as well, because if I do actually need help, and there's like online courses you can do as well.
Yeah. Oh cool, so you can actually get education through technology.
I also think there's an unnecessary amount of fear that we have of technology. I think it's like this fear that we become so dependent on it that it controls us.
Yeah.
But I don't think being afraid of it is actually going to help. I think it's more about just remembering that it's a tool and like you say, how to use it.
Yeah, exactly.
Rather than just deciding it's evil and blaming it for our problems, because we're going to have problems without the technology too.
Exactly. I suppose it goes back to that purpose point that you were mentioning previously. I was going to say something, but I forgot the point. I suppose in a way technology is neutral. It's kind of what we do with it. You know what I mean? It's neutral.
You know, the other thing is, we are talking about our kids, but what about me? First, it's got to start from me. Do I know the technology? Do I know how to use the technology? So, before we go into anybody else pointing the finger there, I got to point the finger to me. Before I point the finger to the others, I point the finger to me.
Yeah.
So when I point the finger to me, everything is fine.
So do you use technology quite a bit? Do you have a phone? Are you on social media?
Well, I mean, yeah, of course, I mean, there's nothing wrong in here.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong in this thing.
It's what we do.
It's just, it depends on me.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Who am I?
So yeah.
That's the thing. It's like ideas and concepts.
Yeah.
We have ideas and concepts.
I mean, so you had a point actually.
I also think there's a problem in the way these technologies are developed. So some of the creators of Facebook have admitted that they purposefully made it addictive. They made it with the purpose that it would take up your time.
Yeah.
And it is an incredible tool, but they are misusing it in the design stages.
And it's important to know that, so then we can sort of fight against it mentally.
Yeah, have some kind of resilience to that.
Yeah, totally.
Again, I forgot the point I was going to say. It was going to be so good. What can you do? But I mean, in a way, what I find really interesting is that 2 years ago, there's jobs that did not exist that people have become millionaires of today. So I find that's what's so exciting about, the internet, technology, social media. A year from now, there's probably going to be jobs that just do not exist today. So I think that's kind of exciting. I think if I was maybe teenager now or a child now, I think it will be interesting area to sort of get involved with the internet, technology, apps and all that, know how to build apps and all that kind of thing, because that is just the way it's going, and there's a lot of money to be made in this area. I know we go back to the idea of money, but that's just the reality of the situation.
Carlos.
Hey Carlos, how's it going? So let's get a final thought from you guys before you leave us.
I'm on the meter.
You're on a meter. Oh right. You better get that car. You do not want to be. Let's get a final thought from you before you go.
What should I say?
About anything.
If you believe, then you can do it. I don't know.
If you believe it, you can do it.
Don't ever say you can't do nothing.
Don't ever say you can't do. Oh, you're going right. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, I thought you were going to say and continue to drop some knowledge.
Well, I mean, I'm ready. I'm sure I'll get another chance, and I'm sure, we can meet up again. Or,
We're going to be here tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I don't know whether the river will flow this way. If the river doesn't flow this way, then I won't be able to say.
Fair enough.
But anyway, I'm sure we can meet up again.
Yes. Well, thank you very much for your time and
thank you
all
for
the information.
Thank you. Top heavy, all the best teams. The competition is not equal, and the sport itself is a bit slow. But so that's why I'm a basketball kind of guy.
Right. So you're more into basketball?
Yeah, it's the faster sport.
So you prefer watching it and playing it?
Both.
Yeah?
Both.
Yeah, both. Oh, hey, we got a new face at the table. What's your name?
Mrs. Yusuf.
Mrs. Yusuf.
Yep.
And how has it been today? How have you enjoyed it?
Very nice, thank you.
Did you manage to watch the football?
No.
Do you support any teams or?
Well, my husband supports Man United, but I support all the teams.
But fair enough. That sounds like a plan. That sounds good.
Yeah, I did watch football, but I can say one thing, and I don't want to be mean or anyone feel like I'm racist or whatever. I watch normally. in my mind, yeah, and I want England to win. But when I watched them, the way they playing, I was really disappointed.
Right.
So that's why I want France or Belgium to win.
Right.
And they are very good. I watched them yesterday.
Because you think that France and Belgium, they just play a lot better. Yeah.
So these two teams, these two countries, they are very good.
Yeah. Wow. So when is the final going to be? When will the finals be?
I don't know.
2 weeks, in 2 days.
I don't know.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
So who do you think is gonna win then?
Oh, England won today. Yeah, England won today.
So who do you think is gonna win? As you've seen.
Yeah.
They never win. England never win. They have to win this year. All the competition.
The last time they won was 54 years ago. I kind of feel that Britain right now, you know, England needs a bit of happiness. I'm someone who never supports England, but now that my team has left, I just feel that, yeah, they should win. Yeah, I think it will make everyone happy. Well, Colombia, Panama, yeah, those are my kind of teams, really. But
our hometown first.
Support them first. So yeah.
To be honest, I wish England to win because I support them. But when no team is good, when that team isn't good, how can I support?
Yeah, I mean, I used to support Brazil, but
that's me.
Yeah,
who is good, win. Who is not good, go home.
Yeah, same. You know what I mean? What about yourself? Are you into the football?
Me? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, both.
I am actually, for the first time this year, I've actually been kind of interested. I don't really watch the games, but I quite like getting like second or third hand information.
Yeah,
I like to know what's going on, but I don't know if I can be bothered to actually watch it.
So what kind of sports are you into?
I like climbing. I don't really do any. I've never really enjoyed like organised competitive games. Like I like chucking a ball around like on the beach with some friends or something like that. But I've never really done like organised like team sport. But I like climbing. It's good fun.
Okay.
It's really satisfying.
Climbing's quite hard work actually. You sweat a lot. Like if you want to lose weight, go climbing. Or if you just want to be fit, basically, go climbing.
You can lose weight also by playing tennis or cycling.
That's true. It seems to me that it's just it's all about finding the thing for you. Like you were saying that yoga is what works for you, you know?
Yeah, yoga definitely works for me because I also find, apart from just like staying fit, I think it also calms my mind because there's a lot of yoga which is like, come on everybody, let's have sexy bodies now. I'm really not interested in that, but the yoga that I go to is just like, it's very calm, it's very quiet, no one is trying to make you like convert to be a Buddhist, it's really kind of easy. And at first when I was going, I was thinking, oh, but this is like, there's nothing happening, we're just like doing this thing and no one talks, like not very much. And then after doing it for some time, I realized that my mind just calmed down. I'm just like, oh okay, I just go and do this thing, I don't think about anything, and I'm just like, I feel like happier, like, you know, because I think in London it's very easy to get stressed out and somehow that thing just chills me out.
Oh my God.
And it's actually not doing is better than doing.
To get stressed out in London. You know guys, how are the churros? How are the churros? How are they? Because you know, I actually wanted to try some, but I just wasn't sure. Come and let us know. Yeah, that's churros. Oh, is it? Yeah. Come and tell us about it. Was there any chocolate? Was there any chocolate for you to dip the churros in? Oh man, you can't have like churros without a bit of chocolate. Do you know what I mean?
I ate that today.
Come and give us a minute of your time. I kind of want to know about that Demi Lovato concert as well. I was going to go there, you know, but I chose Beyonce instead, you know. Yeah, what can you do? Hey. Are you part of the Beehive? Oh, okay. But, you know.
If it was Demi Lovato, Beyonce, sorry. I'm sorry.
You got to choose.
Sorry.
You got to choose Queen Bee. But you had a point, actually.
Say again?
You were going to say something.
Yeah, you were saying about this, how they are
Yeah.
I ate today.
Oh, did
so
you
they're
have
good. They're good.
Yeah. And let me grab your name. What's your name?
Relaine.
Relaine. And is this your first time at this festival today, or have you been a couple of times?
I've been a couple of times before in the past few years.
Yeah. Well, you know what? At the moment, we were just talking about like what kind of things we do, like football. Did you guys watch the football? You're not into it. You're not into it. But you know what? It seems to me that it's all about finding the activity that you like. Like Ruby here, she loves climbing. You said that you like basketball. You do like football. So it's just about finding like the thing. What do you enjoy sports? I know I didn't. I did not enjoy sports. I still don't now.
No, I don't enjoy sports.
I mean, my sport, I just walk fast because I'm always running late. So I kind of feel like that's the fitness. That's me getting the fitness in there where I can really. So yeah, I mean, gosh, where do we want to? There's not much time left actually. So it seems like this is the last round of conversation. Let's make this hot. Let's make this conversation hot. How was the Demi Lovato concert?
Amazing.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
How long have you been a fan of hers?
Since she was on Barney, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dedication. she was on Barney.
Yeah.
Oh wow. You were a fan since Demi Lovato was on Barney. Do you know that big dinosaur, big purple dinosaur?
Oh yeah, I remember that dinosaur.
I mean, I didn't know that she was on there, but she must have looked quite different too. Are you a fan of Demi Lovato? Who do you like? Okay, Beyonce, Rihanna or Nicki Minaj? Rihanna or Nicki Minaj, which one?
Rihanna's from my country, so yeah. And Nicki Minaj I always see all the time every time she comes to England.
Come and join us, let's get involved in the conversation. We're just talking about all sorts of things, concerts, football, you name it. Come and get involved, come and get involved. We're drawing to a close now, but the conversation is hotting up, it's hotting up. I mean, what's the last concert you went to?
I haven't been.
You never been? What about you? Are you old enough to go to concerts? What was the last concert you've seen?
Honestly, I've never been to a concert, but if I got the opportunity to, I would definitely take it.
Yeah, you're gonna take it. And what about yourself? What's the last concert you went to?
Portuguese one, still.
Oh really? Who was it?
Nelson Freitas.
Oh, I know him. He's so cool, man. Where was it?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the area.
Was it London somewhere or?
I can't remember the area. I'm sorry.
What kind of music? What's your favorite kind of music? Come a bit closer to the mic. Oh, okay. What's your name?
Laraya.
Laraya. And what kind of music are you into? I'll come back to you. What's your name?
Sophia.
Sophia. And what's your favorite kind of music?
I don't know.
Pardon?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I got a video of her rapping to Chipmunk.
Oh,
so
like Chipmunk.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And like, what was the last concert that you went to?
Steph London.
Oh my God, how was it?
It was alright. It was the best concert I've been to.
Really? Yeah, she's quite good, isn't she?
Yeah.
So I mean, what is it that we like about concerts? You know, I mean, isn't it good enough just listen to people on the radio? Why do we actually need to go to a concert and watch someone perform live? You know, what kind of feelings do you get when you see someone performing live? Yeah.
I don't know. You just feel so excited because you have like a sense of community around you as well.
Yeah.
It just feels really good to see them like, up front and close, and to hear their voice, not like if they're auto-tuned or not.
Yeah. So it's just that feeling of seeing this person you've listened to and seen over the last how many years? Well, since Barney, so decades. Seeing them live, they're in your presence, breathing the same air. It gives you a great feeling, you know. So and
even although I haven't been there to a concert, but I believe when someone is going to a concert, they can hear the voice how good it is, because that time you can see an artist how good it is.
Yeah.
So seeing them live, it will really show like how good they are.
And to add to that, it's really like, you know how like you watch a movie, yeah, it's different to actually going to that to the cinema.
Sorry,
Yeah,
so
it's
say that
different,
again?
innit? It's the same with a concert when you listen to it in a radio.
Right.
To a
Yeah.
concert.
Like right. Okay then. So like you said, it's like going to the cinema. It's about the experience. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I mean, that's interesting. Has anyone actually performed on stage before? Like. Oh.
That's like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like I'm 27 now, so the last time I ever performed on a stage was here.
Oh, cool.
And it was like when I was 14.
Oh,
in year
wow.
9. It was a dance show.
Oh, cool.
And once I went on the stage, went on the stage, embarrassing, but I was twerking, so that was embarrassing.
Oh, really?
But that was a long time.
Yeah. And
that was it. Like going to like shows like Big Brother.
Right.
This.
Well, this. Yeah, that's a good question actually. Yeah, I think there's some food places around there. There's some food places around the corner, but I don't know if they're going to be open now. I think it may be closed because I know it finished at 6 o'clock this event. You know, I think it might be time for final thoughts actually. You know, I think it's time. So what we're going to do, we're going to go around the table and we're going to get some final thoughts from everyone. I'm going to start with you. Any final thoughts about anything you've heard here today?
What can I say? I'm leaving also. Tomorrow we can come back here. Okay, what to say? Just enjoy as much you can and forget about money for a while. Thinking only about money is no good. And do whatever you like. That's all I can say. That's my last thought.
Do whatever you like. Do whatever you like. Do whatever you like.
Yeah, do whatever you like.
And any final thoughts from yourself?
My thought is I do not want to go to work tomorrow.
Oh no, where are you working tomorrow?
I work in Canary Wharf.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, you still the day is still young. You still have time to enjoy the moment, you know.
So, what do I give my thoughts on how this talk has gone?
Anything you've heard today, or anything you've seen today?
I think this little talk session has been a good experience. You get to hear other people's how they feel, their ideas, and you get to talk to people that you don't really get to talk to very often. And it's very good because it brings people together. As you said, you want Newham to be a very big community, and I think this is a small part of something that can, you know, go a long way.
Yeah, it can.
It's good. I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
I'm so glad you enjoyed the conversation. And what about yourself? Any final thoughts about anything you've heard today?
Well, I do not like the sound of my voice at all. But today, you know, everyone like has their own struggle and their own stress. But I feel like today was a good opportunity for everyone to not forget about it, but you know, put it aside and actually enjoy themselves, connect with other people, know new people, and you know, just be young. You know, like that's for everyone. You know, for everyone, just be young, live life, love self, love everything, love people.
Yeah.
You know? So it's nice to have a conversation.
It's so. Are you going to be here tomorrow as well?
Well, I don't know about that, but most likely, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. Well.
But it was nice. I was here from like 11.
Really? So you've literally been here all day.
I could not be asked to go home.
Yeah. Let's get that on the mic.
I wish I came early, really.
Why's that?
Tomorrow I'm busy. I'm not going to be down here. So I'm going to be like my mum's area. She's in Essex.
Oh.
So the reggae night.
Or is that tomorrow?
It's on the 16th.
Some kind of event, right? Yeah.
So I can't wait.
Yeah.
So turn up.
I see.
You got any thoughts?
It's the other one. So cute.
Lorenz.
Let me bang him.
Oh, he's so cute. Oh.
Any thoughts from yourself? Any final thoughts?
This is my first time in Newham ever. It's been a great experience of Newham. It's been nice. Been some interesting themes that have kept coming up around the tables, like stuff like education and confidence has come up a lot. So that seems like something that's kind of on people's minds. It's just interesting to see what's on people's minds quite a lot.
Yeah. Interesting.
You know, can you do me a favor when we are about to leave? Can she do a singing for us?
Oh yeah. Yeah, she is a bit of a performer. But I could see that you've got that sort of vibe about you, you know. Well, it seems that that lady has had the good idea. She's got a little handheld fan going on there. Yeah. Hey.
I really enjoyed the conversations about, you know, how young people can get involved in the arts and kind of that kind of stuff, and how to get involved in kind of youth clubs. Because I think essentially, if everyone can find a way in which they express themselves and spend time pleasantly, everyone's going to be a happy person. And I think that's going to make our borough just a happy place, a happier place. But I was also really just impressed by how so many very interesting people passed through this table today. So, yeah.
Onwards and upwards.
Do more of these shows, and which is very great thing.
You're late.
I'm not even trying, I'm just watching.
Well,
I'm the audience, spectator.
So keep up doing your thing. It's very good thing what you're doing. Keep up the good job.
Nice. Well, thanks everyone. I've had a great conversation. Let's give everyone a round of applause. And for Ruby and for Margot. But you know, we're going to be here tomorrow, same time, same place. So if you're here, get involved between 12 and 6 o'clock. So if you're here, get involved. All right, great.